XM 105, Sirius 206, the Opie and Anthony channel. The Ron and Fez show starts right now.
Okay, let's get down to it, Papa.
All buddies. It's the Ron and Fez show on a Friday. Black Friday.
Fun Fridays.
866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Bobby Slayton's coming back in. Jay Okerson. Slayton was a piece of work yesterday. It's all part of that comedy raw thing. Like shocking raw.
Yeah.
But he's really not like that. That's the thing that kills me. Now, when I left here yesterday, Anna, the intern, was fit to be tied. She was so...
Just livid?
Yeah, because she heard Slayton saying to me in the hall, like when he was being all, well, at least that makes good radio. Oh. And she comes over, she's like, they always say that, but it never does. Is she here today?
Anna's here.
Let's send her in.
Anna, come on in. Come on, rep Staten Island for once.
For once? Oh, for... She knows she doesn't like to really say she's from Staten Island.
Look, this is the fucking W. It's Wu-Tang, all right? Always be proud of that.
Everybody's down with the woo, though. You don't even have to be from Staten Island to be down with the woo. You were fit to be tied yesterday.
I was.
You were ready to go Staten Island. He brought your Staten Island out of you.
I was even goading the callers. I was like, you fucking vicious. I picked up one line. I was like, call him a cunt. And the guy got on, and he was just like, and you're a cunt, too.
Why were you so mad?
Because if you're an entertainer, you should be a naturally entertaining person. You should not have to go for shock value and put on these airs that you're this big, like, oh, I'm going to say this about this guy just to be shocking.
You see, here's what happened. Mm-hmm. Laura had booked him a month from yesterday.
Yes, a month off.
Because she has trouble understanding how a calendar works.
Yeah.
So then they, said he's coming in tomorrow. We said, well, we've got Jay, and... I don't like to go mixing because of those exact type of reasons.
Literally.
Because fucking comics are like Highlander. You know what I mean? Like, they're like normal people until somebody else is getting a laugh. Yeah. And then they have to go for that, look at your ugly shirt. Your fucking mom is, just... It's not real.
It's not
That's
real.
what fucking kills me about the roast and all that kind of bullshit. Is that it's never real with those guys.
No.
They just get insecure... And then they start all that shit. I wouldn't mind if they was like, this is who I really am. But the second that it's over, I hope that worked out okay.
Yeah. I love you.
That's not me. And every fucking one of them does it.
And watching the roast Roseanne, it was almost like the first girl that went up there, it was like she just wanted to just say dirty jokes for no reason at all. If you want to be nasty and you want to be really disgusting and talk about vaginas or whatever you want to do, you can do that, but do it so it works. Don't do it just so you're doing it for the sake of it.
I didn't even see Roseanne's...
I was really excited, and I was really disappointed when I watched it. I was so upset.
Were any of them any good, though, the roast things? Do you ever like them and sit down and go,
I always watch them, and then I always say, why did I do this?
See, the thing is, you've got to really go for vicious, because that's the only person that's remembered, like, online the next day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So one person has to leap to the top of it.
To go viral.
Yeah,
right.
To go viral. And then that's what you need to be able to say, I won the roast, even though it's not supposed to be some kind of how fucking nuts can you be.
Yeah.
But
I made the most reference to the most recent horrible thing that happened, and everyone started yelling at me in the fucking crowd.
Yeah, you're just hoping, like, the morning of the roast there's a plane crash or a baby is found raped or whatever you could possibly come up with. And that's where Slayton's head was yesterday. As soon as he sees Jay in here, oh, it's Big Jay because he used to fucking open for me.
Uh-huh.
That whole thing. Yeah, as soon as he come up.
Mike.
Like, basic, yeah. He's just yelling. He warms people up for me. What? Everyone else was already in the room. Why don't you feel... You know what it reminds me of, and I hate to say this, girls could get, like, that's like a high school girl.
Mean Girls.
Like, yeah, because, like... All right, there's a bunch of people that hang out together, and then one of the guys dates a girl from the other neighborhood, And it's like, is everything falling apart in this little girl's head? And she has to be vicious and mean, and that's how the fucking comics get with that. Yet that's not really who they act like when they're not doing that. So to me, the thing that fucking drives me crazy is that you can't say, oh, I'm keeping it real, because there's nothing real about that. Mason, you're on the Run and Fest show. Go ahead, Mason.
Hey, buddies. Just want to give some shout-out there to Anna. She stood up yesterday. I tried to call through 3 or 4 times. Never got on, but she was livid. We were, too. You just don't know what he did to his own career.
You were the one who called him fat, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That was fucking hilarious. I wanted you to get through, but you kept... No, because it was hilarious, because I'm looking at the guy...
See, you're just like him, though.
And he's anything but fat, but, like, just to be funny, like... And you kept getting disconnected. It wasn't me, I swear.
Where's his plug going?
It's the charger.
Okay. So what plug isn't in all the way? All right, there we
Peace
go.
out.
All right, take it easy. I think the whole thing is just fucking made up. I really do. I don't think anyone ever feels the way they feel when a roast happens, or to fucking speak ill of the dead because of something that happened in Montreal fucking 8 years before. I just never fall for it.
Well, half the people at the roast don't seem to they don't know the person. They're strangers. A lot of the time. What the fuck?
What was the connection between Seth Green and Roseanne? I didn't understand it.
When was the last time they hung out?
And it's not even like Seth Green has heat. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Seth Green is the hot young comic. Go and grab him. It's just, I think a lot of people have deals with either Comedy Central or whatever. But I'm not even talking about that roast. I didn't say it. I know nothing about it. I'm just talking about the way that Slayton's demeanor changed because another comic was here. And they're like fucking bad dogs. They see another dog, and they just start going crazy. And then you're like, oh, he never acts this way. I don't know why he's barking and acting like this.
He wanted to be more memorable than Jay. And the only way he could do that was to say something so outrageous that...
Look at me. Look at me, everybody. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm here.
We made good radio, though, right?
Yeah, when you heard that, you were like, fucking steaming.
I didn't know whether to shit or go blind when he said that. I was like, they always say that.
Then close one eye and fart. That's the only thing you could do in that situation.
When people bomb, they just say, well, it was good, though, right? It was entertaining.
That's the other thing that pisses me off is I guarantee you that no one in the audience fucking went away. It was one of those, oh, I couldn't believe it. I was sitting in my car. Because that's like easier than just fucking coming in and having fun. You know, to hold people's attention. People would rather see a fucking car wreck than somebody that can handle a fucking automobile. That's the history.
Oh.
Now, I'm not saying that's true of every single human being, but the majority. And that's why we have the kind of elections that, you know, all summer long nobody gave a shit, and now suddenly these guys are just screaming shit about each other. And people are acting like Joe Biden is a nut. He's been there for 4 years. No one brought his fucking name up.
Goddamn thing from him.
Yeah.
And now on like Drudge Report, there's like a countdown clock of when are they going to drop Biden? When are they going to drop Biden? 20 days left.
Because if you say it enough, other people will pick it up, and that becomes the story. It's the fucking stupidest thing about America.
They tried to put off something yesterday where Obama was having like a cabinet meeting, and just as we are sure, since Hillary and Biden are both at this meeting, it has to be about dumping Biden.
Right.
And that makes us part of the story now. Because we're fucking repeating it. And that becomes the story. We get to fucking carry the same water as everybody else. Fucking insane country.
Stupid.
And the weird thing is, like, Jay was having a fucking ball before all that happened, and that would have went on fine. Or if Slayton would have came in on his own, it would all went fucking fine.
But you bring them together.
And for no reason. There's no fucking reason. Ugh. You know, all comedians are like bad girlfriends. Just like bad girlfriends that get drunk and start fucking talking about other people's shoes.
Oh, God. Terrible.
All right. Well, today's the last day for the interns, right?
For us, Catholic Sam, this is her.
Well, today's the intern goodbye party.
Yeah, there's party coming.
Let's try to make it bigger than life rather than smaller.
Party time.
And the way you say party time, it felt like you really didn't even mean it.
Party. Yes.
See that?
All right, no, no, you're not helping Anna.
No,
She's
she is
excited.
helping. She's pointing out how you really don't give a shit,
I
Chris.
give
That makes
so
us
many shits.
It makes us feel bad about ourselves. You're
Listen,
supposed to be
True.
mentoring me.
Exactly. I've been mentoring
What
you
did
guys
you
all
learn?
damn summer.
What
What
did
did I
you learn? What, are all the interns in?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring them all in.
All right, come on in, guys. Come on, good times.
Hurry.
Good times. This is why we're hitting that song. These are such. It's all fucking coming together. It's the party
times.
music that's happening, keeping it going.
Celebrate.
All right, let's move everybody around. Chris, you're going in this direction. Pips, you're taking the phone. Fezzy, you got the Pips. And we bring all the kids in.
Okay.
And it's going to be a big, exciting day for them. Because I know you guys have got a big bit that you're going to be presenting today.
Yes.
Is everybody's head together for it?
I've been very excited. I'm really excited about it. I feel strongly.
Good.
And,
Good.
I'm happy.
You know what? You're now starting to sound like Chris when you say you feel happy
This
and
is
you feel
great.
strong. You've got the Chris thing going.
Yes.
You're a fucking character, dude.
How am I a character?
You're just a fucking character today. By the way, I noticed you got very quiet yesterday during all that. You felt like mom and dad were alive again and starting a battle.
Shit was going nuts.
You had to step away from the fan. He knows.
Why are the interns so slow on their last day?
There's
There is a traffic jam in the hallway.
Is there?
Yeah.
What kind of traffic jam?
Some rap star.
Who is
Yeah.
it?
And
I
his
don't know.
entire
Who was-
posse
Yeah, his whole posse.
is right outside.
Okay, listen.
Sometimes it's hard to
Entourage.
tell which one is the rapper.
You don't even know who he is, though?
No,
Could
don't
not
know.
tell you.
So you shouldn't have a posse until everybody recognizes
Yeah.
you.
it's crazy.
At that point, you should say, I have a posse. I saw some woman leaving here the other day, and the paparazzi was just clicking off. And I'm like, oh, that looks kind of like fucking TV. So I'm looking at her, and I'm like, I have no idea who she is. Why
the
they're so
time.
interested.
And this is like one of the largest posses I've seen since I've been working.
I like when they smoke herb. That's always the fun thing, that they try to sneak a little herb
Yeah,
in.
every now and then that fucking hallway just stinks of fucking weed.
No.
I don't know if they just have like a shitload of weed on them or they're actually smoking it. I'm guessing they're smoking it in the fucking studio and just no one really fucking says
totally.
anything.
Who's going to tell them?
Yeah, right.
Joe? Joe's going to go in there? Hey, guys, this is great. All right, so this is it. Down. All of you were disappointed in Chris this summer.
You guys
was a letdown.
Couldn't be more disappointed.
Is that true?
Come on.
No,
What the
no,
You know
it's
what?
not
Did-
true at
Wait,
all.
why are we disappointed?
Did you guys get your grades from him yet?
No,
Yeah, I
No.
did. I
No.
did.
All right, now here's what I want. And to secret grade Chris. You don't have to worry about him knowing who said what or no one's going to be able to come back at you, but just your entire experience. Because I've said it before, the summer 12 internship, probably the best we've ever had.
These guys have been solid.
I don't know how far we've got to go back. Fred was great.
Yeah, he was good.
Rustin was great. But most of them just fall into the background where you can't even notice them. What I consider kind of pipsy, where you know they're there, but they get kind of pipsy as time goes on.
Oh, Pips.
How was Pips with you guys?
Pips is cool.
Pips
So
is
Pips
great.
was a lot better than Chris. I mean, Pips wants you to learn the business. I see Sway shaking a hand, so that's got to be the rock star. That can't possibly. I don't think Sway shakes Posse's hands.
No, Sway's way above that. He's a fucking...
How do you even say, like, okay, I'm going to come in and do the interview, but I need 14 other passes?
It's the crew. Come on.
And what always kills me is some of the biggest stars in the world have walked in here by themselves.
Jessica Simpson had a huge fucking posse, too.
Who did?
Jessica Simpson, when she came through here,
That's not
probably
very nice.
15 people.
No, not posse. Posse.
Oh, posse.
Yeah.
Like okay.
Now she does, because of...
She was pregnant.
Yeah, and she got very, very enormous, and that seems to be the big story, that a pregnant woman got big.
Yeah.
And then people are like, what is going on?
How dare
she just
she?
had a baby.
Doesn't matter.
And she's nursing that baby.
Doesn't matter. No. Get back on the fucking regimen.
So then they will compare that picture of her, because she was pregnant for 17 months.
Oh.
Then she gave birth, and then they compare those pictures to her in a bikini when she was in some fucking movie
Yeah.
that she trained
this
like an
cow.
animal. Yeah. Look who let herself go.
Look at this ox.
She didn't let herself go. She became a mother. All right, we're going to go through this, Chris. How do you feel like you're going to do? You feel like you're a good mentor?
I feel like I'm a fantastic mentor. I brought all these guys in here and fucking trained them.
It was your eye. You actually picked each of them.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right, let's forget that I spotted out in the hall, and let's give you full credit for that. They're coming in now.
Okay.
The first vote.
Yeah.
A.
All right.
A for Chris Stanley.
One of you. Thank you.
And then underneath it, they have SS hole.
All right. Thanks.
The second vote.
Yeah.
This matters to you too, right?
It does. I don't want to look like an asshole.
Well, you already
So
said
far.
Yeah.
Second is an A.
Yes!
A. 2 A's.
Well, first one was I was an asshole.
If you get the third one, that gives you the A average. And you will be the perfect producer in my eyes.
All right. What's that third one?
A.
Yes!
The other ones was the other ones. This one is a C minus.
Oh, what the fuck?
C minus.
Which one of you motherfuckers
All right,
fucking
see, that's not going to do it. That's not the attitude. That's what gets people C minus.
I'm getting stabbed in my dick.
2 A's and a C minus. That gives you an average of a C minus.
Oh, no, it doesn't. That brings the C minus up.
Which I'm going to round it down to a D plus.
What the fuck?
There you have it, Chris.
Fuck this shit.
Why are you faking anger?
I'm pissed. Which one of you fucking gave me a goddamn C minus?
No one believes you. No one believes you that you're this angry.
Fuck it, then.
Everybody knows
you
you're
don't
not.
fucking believe me? Fuck it.
Why are you upset? Because that was just a truthful reflection of what you're like to work for.
Well, you know what? Whoever gave me the C minus, you're a dick. And I don't
then
care
the other two you love, right?
Yeah, the other two are the best. Other two are the best interns I've ever fucking seen.
If you had to look over, which one would you guess?
I feel like it's fucking Joe, because I think I've yelled at him before.
I gave you an A.
Oh!
Yeah, he gave you an A.
All right. Sorry, Joe. Good work. You're a good guy.
Thanks.
A.
I too gave you an A.
Oh,
Okay.
Sam.
So it's
I definitely put down the A.
all right. So that's great.
Which one? All right, see, Joe's a liar, so I'm going back to him.
No.
Why would you say Joe's a liar? He's wearing a
He
trial.
says crazy shit all the time. You can't trust
Joe
him.
is totally a liar.
Shit.
I did.
Did what?
Put an A.
I can't believe you.
I can't. I seriously did. I'm not making it up. I seriously did.
All right. By the way, yesterday's thing we never even had a chance to plug, Chris. That was the snack. For the first time ever, the snack was not plugged, and it was a fantastic one.
Legs.
Now, who do you blame that on?
I'll blame it on myself for not plugging it.
I blame it on Bobby Slayton. Turned everything so negative
As do I.
that we didn't even have time to look at Pretty Girls.
Beautiful.
How
sexy
could that have
ladies.
even happened? Legs and more legs.
Damn.
Now, are you a leg man?
Yeah, I like legs.
I can't get caught up in it. It's just,
I know some dudes are totally obsessed with it.
some people, well, particularly, weren't the old time guys, phenomenal about it?
That's a leggy dame or whatever.
if you watch, any of those movies on Turner Classic, they just talk about the stems on that dame all the time. You're like, what?
Legs
They're
gone
legs.
for days.
Usain Bolt has legs. Why are we making a big deal out of this?
I think it feeds into the foot fetish too.
So what they really wanted to say was feet.
Yeah, suck that. I want to suck that foot.
All right. Well, the legs are up, and if any real leg freaks would like to promote why legs matter, 866 Ron Zero Fez, or you can put that up on the iBang. It's a very strange thing that some people are obsessed. How do you do it with the leg things?
I like them.
You're a leg guy.
I like the legs.
Who has the perfect legs in America today? Because I kind of feel like women care about legs more than men. When I hear people talking about legs, it's women like, oh, what a tall model. What a look at her beautiful legs. I'm like, all right, I'd rather look at the Maxim chicks. They're short and squatty and have curves. I don't understand, because if you live in New York City, you see these very tall, thin women but they may look great on the runway, but I don't know if they would be fantastic in bed. Because it's like you with the new bull, just elbows and knees going.
Those legs aren't legs, and even these legs really aren't. These are more about the ass. I feel like this was a veiled. I feel like this was a veiled ass.
Okay.
Snack. Okay. I really do.
Well, they always talk about Stacy Keebler's legs.
Louder, Fez, from that room.
They talk about Stacy Keebler's legs, George Clooney's girlfriend. But, I mean, that's a woman who can step over the top rope into a wrestling ring. I don't know.
How come when Pips talks or Hicks talks from there, it doesn't sound like they're going to start singing Winchester Cathedral? Fez is like this. Yowza, yowza! All the girls have long stems! What happens when he walks into that area?
Like, that mic is a little more sensitive.
So he's kind of loud.
Yeah.
All right, the fact that he needs to bring it down just a little bit. I found it exciting, though. It got everybody's blood pressure going. It was really, I think it's good for us. Corey in Tennessee, you're on the run, Fez.
Hey, boys, what's going on? Ron, I gotta disagree about legs. I mean, they're not near as good as tits or ass, obviously, but if a woman has bad legs, like not shaven or lumpy or tree trunk legs or just varicose vein legs, that's disgusting. But, like, if she has really nice, silky, smooth, shaven legs, there's nothing better.
All right, so for you, it's really about shaving, and it's more of a texture thing than a visual thing.
Yeah, like, there's only some, like, only legs feel like a woman's legs, like a beautiful, just well taken care of leg is just it's hard to come by, I think.
It's hard to come by. I don't know a woman who goes, I'm not going to shave my legs
are you
when I have a
kidding me?
session.
Oh, I know a lot.
You don't know.
All right, hold on. I'm learning more. All right, tell me, girls.
Okay, women, if in the winter, women, if they like don't have a boyfriend or are just going to be wearing jeans all the time, do not shave their legs.
All right, I'm going to say this. And shocked.
I mean, I do.
Look,
Yeah.
I do. Now. Mine are even a little on the hairier side
I hate
today.
like the feeling of stubble, like on my legs. Like even if I'm like just sleeping.
All right, so you're saying stubble more than like
more
guy
than,
legs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Stubble, I hate. I hate
it's not going to be like
stubble.
Chris Stanley legs, the one he would keep on a daily thing. All right, so they will stubble up, and they hide this under their winter jeans.
Yes.
Totally. All right.
But you guys would never know that because if a girl has a boyfriend that's expecting anything to happen, she shaves.
That's not true. I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months. Well, for me anyway, and I stopped shaving at month 3.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You should even Northern California
because I already got him. I don't need to continue to shave the legs. No.
So it was bait. Everything was a lie until he cared about you.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awful.
But no, I shave now in the summer if I have, if I'm going to wear a
the
dress.
3 o'clock snack is up. Legs and more legs, and we're learning a lot here from Intern Day, where Anna is saying she only shaves her legs until she gets a guy, and Sam has even said if it's the winter and no one knows, she's going to let it go a little bit.
Well, I didn't say that. I said other people do that.
Yeah, because you're a dress
I
hate person.
Stubble when I'm like sleeping. Even like I hate when like my legs are up together and they're like scratchy. I hate that feeling.
You know, when Sam came in, we're like, okay, she's going to dress like that at first.
Yeah.
Then she will bore us. I will say this: during the entire summer, she's never worn the same outfit twice. We have a chart where we chart what she wears, and we have it put together with those, like, I'm going to use the word color forms. I don't know if that's even true. And we try to figure out what outfits, and she's never repeated. She's never repeated.
Yeah.
Hicks on the other side. I don't know what you guys know. That's the only thing that he's worn the entire summer.
Yeah. That's right. I did it for you.
No, do you take it off and leave it in the office?
It's my uniform.
You got a locker up there? Time to get the old uniform on, like when Jay Leno works on his cars.
Oh, God.
Let's go over to John. John, you're on the Run of Fez show. John. Once, twice. All right. Eric, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie B, I'm a leg man, and I think Jessica Biel has the best legs.
See, now, I would have said that Jessica Biel was famous for the ass more than the legs.
She's an ass girl.
Can I ask you a question, Ronnie B?
You can ask any question at all that you like. You don't have to. And then he's gone. That was it. That was the question. That was good. That was a good bit.
That's a good question.
Let's go over here to Frank, Wisconsin. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, Ronnie, $1 million. I don't think it's, if you say you're an ass man and not a leg man, you're out of your mind, because you can't have a nice ass without a nice set of legs to go with it.
I have seen women with no legs that have a great ass. I've seen that happen before.
The legs showcase the ass. The legs prop the ass up and keep it at the angle.
All right, so what you're saying is that the legs are the warm-up act for the ass.
Yes.
I feel like women with short, stubby legs can still have a nice ass. I don't think they go hand in hand.
I agree with you.
I think the clearest case of that is looking at gymnasts who are very short, but
Perfect. Okay. But
the workouts that they do cause them to have great asses.
And they are, no one likes to say, hey, that gymnast has a great ass, because they're all underage. So people are just
they're all
like, hey,
six.
I love watching the skill set of these gymnasts.
Great floor routine.
Right.
Perfect. The way she hit that vault. By the way, the Fierce Five, is that their names? Are just running through this country like they were the Beatles. It's just every place they go, people are freaking out. And the little girl with the smirk face has embraced it.
Perfect.
And she's doing it everywhere, and everyone's going crazy. She could have really handled that poorly and gotten her feelings hurt from it, but instead she's trying to sell smirk face pennants.
Hell yeah, sell some fucking t-shirts, make some cash off it. The people's fucking eyebrow or whatever.
All right, I was trying to figure out what that sound was. It was low. I thought we were starting the news, but it's ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Let's head on over to Craig. Craig, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, thanks for taking my call.
That's my job.
Tina Turner, best legs, man. I dig him.
Tina Turner has man legs, though, so you may like man legs.
No, I like, she got great legs, man.
That actually...
They're diesel.
Those are guy legs.
They're ripped.
The leg pictures are up on the iBang. We didn't get to it yesterday because we had to perform an abortion on the pit bull, obviously. Believe me when I tell you this, when he comes back, I bet he's going to be a very nice person and everybody's going to get along with him. He's going to tell jokes. That's enough of the leg song. Let's go over to Matt. Matt, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Fezzy, when you're fantasizing about your ultimate dude, do legs come into the picture? Because I've got a pretty killer set of wheels, bro.
That's a really interesting question. In Gay World, a place that Fez has been on the perimeter of, he hasn't gotten all the way in, but he's peeking over the fence at Gay World. Do legs matter?
You know what? I am not a guy leg man. Now,
I don't think anyone is.
No, I mean, I will, if a leg is overly hairy or something like that, the hair comes into play, but not the actual shape or tone of the leg.
So you would expect a man to shave his leg?
No, not shave it, but just if there's too much natural hair
What would he do then?
You gotta laser that shit off.
Trim it? What are you saying? He would. How would he handle his hairy legs?
Well, I mean, it would just, you would let them go, but I mean, that's just not something that I'm into.
So that would be the end of it for you.
Right, yeah.
Great guy, but he has hairy legs.
If the legs were so crazy hairy, yeah, that...
All right, could you tell us a person whose legs are too hairy for you that you would lose interest? Because I don't know how it works on that level. I mean, I feel like... I don't know if guys sit around and wonder about how much hair they have on their legs.
I thought like they like bears or whatever. When bears supposed to be hairy. Right?
That's how I feel about it. I love that my boyfriend has hairy arms and hairy legs. I wouldn't want him to shave. It's a natural thing.
I would think if a guy shaved, that would be really weird, and I couldn't.
What about swimmers?
Strange. Does the swimmer look like Matt Grievers, who was in here the other day?
Yeah.
Then I don't care.
Whoa. All right, now you were crazy about Matt.
Yeah.
He was 6'8".
I know.
He's almost a different species.
He's actually 1 foot and 8 inches taller than me. Almost
I didn't know that
taller.
you liked him that much.
No, I thought he was very good looking.
We're putting that up on the iBank today, the interview with him. I thought he explained what that was like to be a swimmer better than anybody else I'd ever talked to before. Mm-hmm. Because no one understands the psychological thing that goes into it. And then when he says that he eats Ambien the night before to sleep, because all I can think of is, you know how like if you've got, whatever going on,
you're gonna be
it's tough to sleep. I can't imagine sleeping the night before the Super Bowl or the Olympics, but then the last thing you want to do is show up groggy.
Yeah, I mean, the Ambien fucking has after effects. You fucking eat that shit.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, don't you have the Ambien in your system?
But he's like, yeah, I just swim and I get it out of my system. What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's Sinister in Iowa. You're on my Fez.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I had a girlfriend one time that stopped shaving her legs just like the intern there after 3 months.
Anna.
Thing was I let it go for a little bit, but after a while I just got the image in my brain that she could rub her legs together and make the sound like a cricket.
Oh.
So I started just calling her Cricket. But she, after a while, she just took it as it was a pet name for her.
Iowa must be a crazy place. I can't even imagine. It's just like cornstalk legs and shit there.
Oh, it was horrible. That was the end of it. I was disinterested after that. But she didn't.
See, I worry that Anna's doing that with her boyfriend.
You're trying to push him away.
I wouldn't let it get to that level, to where I make sounds like an insect.
But you are taking this relationship for granted.
Am I?
And you are saying, look, I'm not going to give you with what the same attention that some street girl would give you.
That's right. I got you. You don't even.
What kind of work does he do?
He's a pharmacist.
Do you know how many people that he meets when you're a pharmacist all day long? And some people go after pharmacists like, oh, I'm going to go down and impress the pharmacist today.
I want to get that.
Get that.
You know what? I'm going to go down
get
there.
My medicine.
And just try to turn this pharmacist on.
Show that.
You better work to keep it, not work just to get it. Work to keep it.
Okay, I've learned my lesson.
I don't believe you.
I'm excited about what lies
I
ahead.
don't say I don't believe her. I think a lot of times she's sarcastic.
Very.
This is the intern goodbye party. That's why we got all these balloons up on the ceiling. They're going to be dropping down later.
Well,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Coke, for you, if we were ranking interns, I don't know who would win first, but you definitely would be third.
Okay.
And the reason is you came in strong, writing songs, and then nothing. Almost like you're Anna's legs, where you're like, I'm going to do everything to get you to notice me.
Yeah.
Oh, you like me? Let me get hairy then.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, no. It's good.
Did you notice that you really your work just fell off completely?
No. I didn't.
When's the last time you put in something? The first 5 days you wrote 5 songs.
Yeah. Yeah, I do other things too. I put a few either neither quizzes together. I got a 42 coming up. I'm putting a song together right now. That's why I was late into the studio.
Is that true?
Yes, he is actually putting a song together.
What's it about? The fact that you don't write songs anymore?
Yeah, it's about fantasy football. Hey, I wrote one last week too.
What was that?
The decade theme song for the teens.
Oh.
Yeah, that was turned in.
For that quiz.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, I got another one coming up today. You'll hear about fantasy football.
And it's coming up today.
It's coming up today.
We're all excited about it.
Today. This is also the first song I've ever been a part of.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
it also features
And Pips.
a Pips in there.
Is he singing?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, he's singing.
Like he's a good
like
singer
a
too?
songbird.
He's
All right,
like,
good.
Yeah, he's like Elton John, a young Elton John.
He's the Elton John of
Like
our
Elton John,
generation.
1973, Tiny Dancer. Elton
Yeah,
John.
like-
Yeah,
yeah,
that
okay.
Elton John.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Good Elton John.
That was phenomenal.
Really good.
voice.
Can't wait
Funeral
to
for
hear
a Friend,
this.
Elton
Super
John.
good.
Yeah.
Well, Elton John didn't sing during that, though.
He didn't? That wasn't him singing?
No one sang during that song. Funeral for a Friend is an instrumental.
And then the next one, and then it
Love
goes
Lies
into Love
Bleeding.
Lies Bleeding.
See?
I stand corrected.
You know what? We could have this little trivia thing. We could
Thank you.
play pop song trivia. Let's go over here to Mark. Mark, you're on the Run Fest show.
Ron, I have a theory on legs. A chick with great legs, everything else has to follow. You haven't seen a chick with great, firm, toned legs and everything else that's sloppy because you actually have to work at it.
This is a very, very interesting point that you were saying. It's just like a lot of guys, if you go in for an interview, they'll check your shoes. And they think if a guy has messy shoes, his fucking office is going to look like Hicks's. So
I'm keeping my corner all right.
Seriously? You feel good about it?
When we moved, when we moved offices, I treated that as like a clean slate. Like I'm going to change.
What about the cups of cold coffee? You still have them all stacked up?
I don't like to finish them.
Let's see who's winning the leg contests so far. I think we just went a little lower than where we need to be. All right, so it looks like 1-2 is destroying.
Yep.
Which one is that?
Let's take, yeah, let's take a look at her.
That's
See,
ass.
that's ass.
That's veiled ass.
Yeah, this ass.
See, in that case, I didn't even notice she had legs.
Yeah.
And that's what men think of legs. Sergio, you're on Run of Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah.
Ron, do you like a little bit of cottage cheese, just a little bit on the legs? And also, can we hear Kokomo's Joe's, all the songs he did? Peace!
Sure. Yes to both. Okay. I thought he was actually even doing a fake voice. It seemed like it was Bill Murray in Caddyshack. You like a little cottage legs? Yeah, maybe we will do all your songs today to see the growth that you've had over the years.
Yeah.
What was the first song you got on the air?
The Jay Moore Quiz song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone loved that. Everyone was going crazy about it.
Yep.
Then you made a mistake. You started bringing Dana in.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you girls to tell the truth. What do you think of Dana?
Dumb.
I actually like Dana.
So you think she's smart?
I don't know if I'm going to say that I think she's but I liked her as a person.
Did you like her as a person?
I've never met her, but
Yeah.
from what I've heard,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not impressed. Whoa. What
Not
about
intelligent.
you? Do you think she's smart?
No. No, I don't.
And you never ended up dating her at all, right?
No, I'm not going to. Let's just say that.
You never were interested?
For a little bit, but then, like, I actually started having, like, conversations. It's just like one of those things, like, then I felt like I had to keep going for you guys, but the heart wasn't there.
I had a conversation.
My heart wasn't in it.
I had a conversation with Coke cleaning up the studio one day, and I felt like I was the cool aunt, and his parents were pressuring him into dating someone that he didn't want to be with. And there I was saying, "It's okay, it's okay. They won't be disappointed in you."
No, all we wanted was a really awkward date anyway.
That would have been great.
That Kokomo did a terrible job of it. And he kept lying and saying, yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
Every week it would be Thursday.
I'm going to take her to an art gallery
It
on
really
Thursday.
has to do with what you think is her level of intelligence, huh?
I mean, I'm
Is there something else that turns you off?
No. I mean, physically she's good. She's there, but mentally, I mean, just like I don't want to talk about Justin Bieber or the Real Housewives,
Right. Or the Rangers.
or the Rangers. I'm not a Rangers fan. All right. Stop telling me to go Rangers. I don't
She
know
knows
what that
a lot
means.
about Justin Bieber, though. You got to give her credit for that.
He's got a lot of money and he's hot. Yeah.
What are his songs? I don't know. And that crazy quiz that you guys put together that turned out to be the easiest thing that ever happened.
I like the prizes.
Yeah.
Do
The,
a self-portrait of himself.
Yeah, it's yourself. Yeah.
But all those questions were like, it lives in the ocean and it eats worms.
It goes on your head and it rhymes with cat.
And then they were like, I don't know how you're getting these. I don't know how you're doing this.
Really
You
good.
are good.
Did they show you the quiz?
And then she
Yeah.
was very depressed afterwards.
Yeah.
That I didn't fail the quiz. That was like, it was like radio questions when I work in radio.
Right? Yeah.
And then really easy questions that were the riddles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
with
fashion
riddles.
riddles.
Yeah.
These studs are making a comeback. What are they? You mean studs? Oh, yeah. And then she'd just be so
Springsteen
disappointed.
would be
You've
proud
been
of
reading
this.
ahead.
Yes.
He has great jeans. Just denim.
Yeah, he has great jeans. Denim. Oh, okay.
James in Virginia, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, buddies. I think that Brianna Banks has some of the greatest legs in the world.
All right, Brianna Banks. Let's take a look at her legs.
Check her legs out.
Porn star, right?
By the way, look how Sam does this without panic. We've always been told that Kris is the only person that can look stuff up without panicking. But it can happen.
I dominate Google. I fucking make it look like
This is her? I don't think so. All right, there we go. Yeah, there's nice long legs.
Yeah.
But those are long legs. There's no shape. There's no curvature. No cottage
Pretty toned.
cheese.
There you go.
And, and again, they always have to use those platforms to push them off.
Yeah.
I mean, if your legs were so great, why do you need a 9-inch platform there?
And she's
Because
doing the
heels
classic.
make your legs look so much better.
And she's doing the classic turn So you can. So it looks like there's more. You see the turn she's doing.
So that kind of makes that one part of her like come out.
Yeah, it's almost
Definitely.
like it's a photo shoot almost.
It is, Joe. Well, that's what
It is a photo shoot.
That's my point.
They didn't. She
You're
wasn't
going
just-
out with Dana, Joe. I don't care what you say.
I'll take it.
You guys might be right for each other. I don't know. It's like somebody was aiming a camera at her or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Whoa!
All right, here's a bit that's up on the iBank today. There's this restaurant offering a 5% discount if you leave your phone with the receptionist. Are you a person that you get annoyed with phones?
If they're on it all the time, I think I can tolerate a check to see maybe time or something important happens. But if you're on all the time, that annoys the shit out of me.
When you go to dinner with Wiki, he texting constantly, and then will break his text to tell you no one can do anything without him text. You know what I mean? Like, there's this thing like, I'm sorry, I want to enjoy this meal with you, but I'm so important at work.
I'm on call, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
And then it'll always be like this. Well, go ahead. Tell me about yourself. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm
What's
having a
happening?
good time, you
And
know,
he's-
doing radio.
Shut up for a second.
Yeah,
I'm
what
texting.
you just told me? You just asked me what the fuck I was up to.
When people do that, I just stop talking and I just stare at their phone.
And just look
I
down
just
with
stop
it.
talking. Yeah, and just follow along with their typing.
We are at a point now, though, where people can't leave it alone at all.
And at restaurants, people are also Instagramming their food constantly too.
Oh,
They're taking pictures
yeah.
of like, oh my god, this is a great dish. I'm gonna put a filter on it and post it so my friends can see it.
Tell you, some of the best food I've ever eaten looks like shit, and you would never want to take a picture of it.
Well, that's
It
why
would
it's
never look good on
filters.
Instagram.
What are you eating? Sloppy
Just,
Joes?
you know what I mean? When you cook
Dumpster
something,
diving? What's
it's not
happening?
supposed to look good. It's just supposed to taste good and maybe smell nice, and that's it. You don't need to take a picture of it and showcase it to the world.
All right,
If
when
it
you
looks pretty, it sucks.
when you see, I don't know whether you do a lot of Manhattan dining.
Yes,
But a lot of that food is beautiful.
Yeah,
lo
it
mein.
is.
Do you want to take a picture of that?
I don't eat lo mein.
All right, well,
What is this, 1958?
Some of my favorite delicious foods here.
You
know?
sound like you're eating a lot of stew.
Oh shit!
Fez Watley drops her on intern day.
Yeah.
All
Look like
day.
shit.
It happens. We've got one taken out by a sniper. And he's somewhere in the dark over there because I can't see him.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is. He's somewhere in the dark. Let's go over to Charlie. You're on Fez.
Hey, what's going on? Hicks, you go for water polo legs or swimmer's legs? That'll tell you a lot.
Swimmer's legs.
Runner's legs.
The water polo girls are funny because they've built up some kind of fat back to keep them floating. And if you notice, they go very cubey, so because you've got to float in the water. And the men don't have that build at all.
That's really strange.
I got obsessed with the Olympics. I don't know. I'm sitting down, going everything. And I hope that's not the end of our gold medal winners. I hope more gold medal winners come in here. I want that to go on forever. There's stuff today that Phelps might be in trouble for doing a commercial with his mom because you're not supposed to do a commercial too close to the Olympics.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And I mean, the guy's been doing commercials forever. I don't think they could go back and take a medal away from him.
It's a bad seed, that
But
Phelps.
apparently they're pissed off at him. Well, after the last Olympics, it was him and his bong on tour.
Yes. Tony Curtis.
Yeah.
Let's go over to...
The novelty hasn't worn off from weed for you yet? How old are you? 38?
22. Wow.
The novelty hasn't worn off yet, huh?
No. Well, no.
It's great.
It has
It's great.
It's fucking. I love getting high.
I love getting high and I love it, but I don't,
Well,
I'm
no,
not
it's
like,
not
yeah,
novelty.
420 guys.
Whoa, 420 man, that's you.
Let's listen to the
Yeah,
Grateful
dude.
This is
Dead.
a fucking bloodbath.
Yeah.
Let's go over
True,
to
though.
Craig. Craig, you're on Running Fest.
Hey, Ronnie, Sandra Bernhard has, I haven't seen her in a while, but she has fantastic legs. I always liked her.
Sandra Bernhard is... Let me see her legs. I mean, everything about her is incredibly sexy. There's not a lot you can say there that doesn't work with Sandra Bernhard. I guess she's tall. She's got the legs. Nate, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Good shin.
Fezzy, I haven't seen a bitch sniper like that since Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, shit! Fuck!
Oh, somebody took the sniper down. They caught him in the middle of the darkness. We got to get that sniper out of there. You take a run out so we can see where it's coming from.
What?
Who's famous for their legs? Elizabeth Hurley is famous for her legs, but when she came in here that day, she should be famous, obviously, for everything.
Yeah. I think she had jeans on, so it didn't actually get the bare skin.
But remember her hair, just her playing with her hair?
Fantastic, yeah.
And we're just
Gorgeous.
like, have her.
You're Hurley, aren't
you? You did a TV show.
What?
Pretty. You're pretty.
She is
Smell
pretty.
good.
Yeah.
Smell good.
Did she smell good? What did she smell like?
She honestly, she smelled like spring.
Yeah.
It smelled like spring.
Like new beginnings.
You know what it felt like? She smelled like, and Hicks said this, smelled like his mom was still alive. He said,
Oh,
everything
that good.
was going to be perfect.
That good.
He didn't have to cry himself to sleep anymore.
Finally.
All right, we're going to get a picture of this Annie Leibovitz pic of Michael Phelps up on the iBang. And here is Matt. You're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Fran Drescher's got the hardest legs out there. I've jacked those legs for hours on end.
I don't know if that was the amount of information I was looking for in that case. Fran Drescher, famous for her legs. But
For her
also,
legs.
Fran Drescher is pretty in every single way, except for her voice.
Right.
And she knows that. She's well aware
Oh,
of that.
she's pretty. I
Yeah.
never saw her through this lens, you know?
By the way, Fran Drescher, when she came in to do Unmasked, she had a posse. She had just a huge amount of people.
Oh, a posse.
Posse, yes.
Posse.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know what that accent that you have in Staten Island is, but a posse is a group of assistants around. But I will say this, her posse seemed to be working for her.
Yeah, they were in the booth just on cell phones, just fucking...
Cell phones and all that. And then, when the interview was over, they all told her she was great. And then I had to say to the posse, you know, there was two of us in there.
Come on.
Okay?
Look at this guy. Come on. The fuck?
My posse, I guess, is Hicks.
That's right. Fuck all yous.
But you never say anything went well. You always you point out the bad things, whatever happened.
All the dick stabbing that goes on.
C minus.
That's unbelievable. I'm great. I am. I'm fucking great.
You're your own hype man.
Yeah, that's right.
Here come Chris.
Here I am, motherfucker. Let's do it. Yeah.
He's a posse.
He is. He's a posse of his own.
Come on. C minus makes me feel like shit.
Hold on, I just heard a twig break in the other room. I don't know whether he's still out there. I thought he got hit, but I don't know.
Is that a lens
It's so dark in there. Is it always that dark?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always that
And
dark.
one day someone turned the lights on. I turned them off because it was too much
too
stimuli
bright.
for me.
It's like a cave over there.
It's very relaxing.
It is.
Yeah, it's,
Joker, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, hey, Ronnie B, I want to go old school for you. How about Anne Margaret? Didn't she have about the best legs of her time?
Well, I'm a little more familiar with Anne Rock from the Flintstones. But the thing about Anne Margaret, everything was beautiful there. You're not just going to limit it to one body part. Everything about her was fantastic. And she had an Elvis face, which is all guys have ever looked for in a woman.
Right.
A woman with Elvis's face.
That doesn't help his face. Holy shit.
It is. They did a movie together, and it just looked like two Elvises making out.
Yeah, I was going to say, was there a sex scene in
And
that?
Elvis was like, "You're beautiful, man. You look just like me. Come here."
You get it, Elvis. Get that shit. Get yourself.
The whole time that they were in bed together, he was just yelling, "Two Elvises, two Elvises, two Elvises, two Elvises." Why can't you ever write a song like that? Like
Yes,
about all the
go.
Elvises being
Two
together?
Elvises, yeah.
Just like Elvis banged himself, something like that. What is your new song going to be about?
fantasy football, yeah.
Who won the football thing yesterday? What are we going to be doing?
We're betting the line.
Wow!
It was tight. It was about 47-52, but the
We
line.
knew it was going to be tight.
Yeah.
But I wanted to put it out there because I knew whatever one we picked, 50% of the people were going to be bitching at us.
Yeah, they're going to be angry, but it's still going to be fun as fuck. Come on, just fucking bet the line. It's going to be great. Even if you have a couple of bad weeks, you can still fucking come back.
All right, so the kids are all into the text messages stuff. That's what we're starting before the leg stuff come up. And everybody, for our last day, you've all gotten together with this, and you call it phone text bullshit. Now, your generation texts more. You're the first generation that does anything more than talking on the phone. Now, before we get into this, when do you talk on the phone with your friends and when do you text? Is there a different time for it?
Yeah, if it's more urgent, I'll talk on the phone. Or if there's just too much information to get in on a text, like, I'll call them.
Yeah.
So how much, let's say, if you were going to percentage side with your phone, how much do you use your phone to communicate? And how much to text?
Probably
95 to 5? That much?
I would say 70 to 30.
I would say 70-30. Yeah.
70 texting, obviously 30.
Mine is definitely 95.5.
How about you, Hicks? You never call me. I mean, if the phone rings and it's you, it's
right. That's usually that's what it's like now. If someone calls you, it's like, oh fuck.
It's 90-10 probably. I fucking text everyone, and that 10%'s probably for drugs because I don't feel comfortable texting.
Texting,
yeah, because they don't listen in. You use code word when you're doing drugs?
Yeah.
What is the code?
All right, if
Eagles landed.
If try to get Xanax, I need that hockey equipment. You got any of that hockey equipment? Any hockey equipment come in?
That's really funny because for Coke we used to say hockey tickets and on the glass. Like, give me 2 on the glass. Seriously.
What do you use for weed?
Because last time you put me way in the back, and I don't want to be there. I need to be on the glass.
Or the Barry White CD. You got any more of those? Those just come in. Barry White.
Yes, I got Coke.
Why just blew the whole thing?
You didn't hear Barry White isn't around this week.
Oh, bullshit.
Wow. His brother Joey Xanax is here, though. Might help you hold over. So 95. Now, what about you, Fez? Are you more of a texter or you make the phone call?
I'm probably like a 70-30, more of a text guy than actually picking up the phone with someone.
So it's that much now?
Yeah.
See, most of the time with you guys, I'd rather get a phone call. When I get the text, it's like I don't want to say why this went bad. You know what I mean?
No.
Right.
Me, I don't like check voicemails anymore. They just pile up. I know.
You know what? I do the same exact thing too.
Just call me or text me.
I have voicemail.
You get missed call alerts and who they're from. So if I get a missed call from you, I'm going to call you back. The voicemail is annoying. My mom, when I'm at school, will call me, and it's like I have her number saved, so I know I'm going to get the missed call. Then she'll leave me a voicemail. Hey, Sam, it's Mom. Call me back.
No, I like that because my guardians are old, my grandparents, so I save their voicemail so that I can still hear their voices when they die soon.
That is
you know what I mean?
Saddest thing I've ever heard.
That way I could still listen to their what?
Oh, man.
That's really sad.
I have 100 of them in there.
Oh. Make sure that you get some bread and eggs for me.
The key is not in the mailbox. I don't know what to tell you.
And you're going to be listening to that.
Where are you?
This will be saying, this is your grandmother's voice. You never had a chance to meet her, honey.
Shoot the bread.
This is before mommy started to grow her legs real hairy after you were born.
That's when I cared.
All right, so you've got text message bullshit. So take us through this. If you get some of these things, they don't mean exactly what they're supposed to mean.
Exactly.
No, everyone has like a code.
Okay.
So, for example, hey, I'm here really means I'm about 5-10 minutes away, but I want you outside when I come to pick you up.
All right, so if someone writes to me, I'm here, that means 10
I'm at
minutes.
the light.
You probably have 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got
to get
maybe 5 or 6
And
minutes.
we all agree on this across the board?
Definitely.
Especially my friends who are really late, getting out of their house, I will tell them I left my house 20 minutes before I actually leave my house, and they know it takes me 10 minutes to get there, and they know they have like a half hour.
And then following that same vein, when you say I'm on my way, okay, I just got in the shower. I just got out of the shower because you want people to have a little bit of a fire under their ass.
Yeah. So nobody believes the texts that they get, though.
No.
Like this thing that you guys are doing most of the time doesn't even fucking matter. Hicks, you backing this up? You agreeing with what they're saying?
I've done it before.
Same exact thing.
And it's happened to me all the time. It's like, I'm coming, dude. I'll be right there. I'll be there at this time.
By the way, this is one of the more, I think, beautiful things that we've had on the iBang. Although yesterday's psychedelic cartoons were phenomenal.
That was
too.
awesome.
This is actually really gorgeous.
That was great.
All right, what do we got?
And then you have phones dying. That means, this conversation died. I'm going to get going
Oh, the phone
now.
is not dying.
The phone's never dying. People have fucking phones. Sorry.
Unless you have a really, really terrible BlackBerry that dies
All
every
right,
like 6
that's-
months.
Oh, come on.
No, because
Samsung. I got Samsung
But
now.
people have chargers in their car. I have
Right.
a charger in my purse inside. I got one in the kitchen, one upstairs.
So
nobody's
if-
phone is dead.
If me and you were in a text conversation,
Right.
and I said, "Okay, my phone's dying,"
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't want to talk to
I
you
snoozed
anymore.
him out. Like I'm
Because one
very
of the
bored.
problems with texting is when does it end?
Exactly.
It's a fucking
You can
nightmare.
go on and on and on. Then you have sorry I just got this, which could really mean I saw this hours ago, ignored it, and hoped it would go away at least until I figured out what to text back, which is very true. Almost every single time I've said, hey, sorry, I just saw this now, left my phone in the car. I was erasing, rewriting, rephrasing.
For hours.
All
Yeah.
right,
And then pressing send was risky, even then.
Chris always tells me he just got it, but I believe him because you're drunk all weekend.
And I pass out.
Now he will answer my text from Friday on Sunday.
Okay.
You come back like a rally on Sunday night, like everything, like boss, I'm on it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
I'm all
and then
over
I'm like, oh yeah, I asked for something on Friday.
It's done.
Now, do you just not deal with it, or is this whole thing real?
Oh, it's real. I just I get a little fucking weirded out and whacked out on the weekends. I try to make my weekends as fucking whacked out as possible, sadly.
All right, this is up on the iBang under phone text bullshit. If you like to throw anything up with it, it's phone text bullshit.
Right.
All right, give us something else.
Then you have the JK, ILY, LOL, LMAO, BTW,
Smiley face.
FTW, all that
Winky
FTW, which really just translates to hi. I'm a 14-year-old girl. I have the mentality of a 14-year-old
So
girl.
all the old chat room stuff
Right.
is out the window.
Yeah.
Don't
Exactly. No, not as an adult. Like if I was texting Pepper or Pips or something, hey, I'm running late. I almost want to say YOU, not just you. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to sound like a child because I want to sound professional and like an adult.
All right, and you're agreeing with this still?
Yeah, I've never used like LOL or WTF.
What about the rolling on my ass, laughing? in my ass?
Raffle. It's great.
Nah.
So all that's gone.
I don't
All that
use
is
it,
gone.
yeah.
I use WTF all the time. I don't know what
Like,
you're
oh, what
talking
the
about.
fuck?
One thing I've never seen you do, Chris, is put up POS. Parent over shoulder. Too bad.
ASL, yo.
ASL.
And it's all lies, too.
ASL.
That's old school.
That was like 92.
Yeah, it was real early
That's like
AOL chat room.
97, sneaking into the chat room, you know?
Right.
That kind of thing.
Where you would lie about
Oh, yeah, totally.
ASL.
Yeah, there's no truth behind this.
I am a 19-year-old girl in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Come on, guys, what's up?
Now make asses out of yourself. All right, this is up on the iBang under bullshit text, which I don't know why it's a form of communication if everyone knows it's a lie. This is not a better
Exactly.
form of communication.
Everyone knows. Everybody, we're just becoming more and more individual through all these ways of communication and getting
So
in
you're
touch
saying
with each
there's
other.
we're lonelier.
Yeah, we're all
lonely.
inside of our heads because we have to draft all these text messages. We have to figure out what we're going to say,
And then we have to interpret
and then we
everybody
interpret
else's.
everyone else's text.
Oh,
messages.
so when you're
so
bo-
it's a lonely fucking struggle. It's
All
like
right.
it's
And then-
communication isn't communication.
What
anymore.
about tonality with your boyfriends too? Like, or if they're slow or coming back, do you start to think there's something wrong here?
No.
He's
Sometimes-
not saying everything.
Usually I know
tell
what he's doing.
I can tell when
Yeah.
he's drunk, but that's pretty much it. I
You
usually
can tell
get the
when
tone.
anyone's drunk texting.
Yeah,
Just
but
drunk
especially him when he's drunk, he'll say paragraphs of things to make it seem like he's not drunk. He's the kind of guy that'll type perfectly. Like when he's using punctuation, I know he's wasted.
I always assume if I've asked something in a text and I don't get a response that person hates me and I've done something really horrible that I can't even remember what I did.
That's why this is dangerous.
Fez, I'm being told that you tried to put in all the letters on this bit.
Oh yeah, a lot of the abbreviations.
So you're still old school chat rooming, and then the kids cock blocked you and said, "No, that's done, Grandma."
Yeah, absolutely.
So were you surprised to hear that?
Yeah, and there was some abbreviations that I wasn't sure about and that sort of thing. But I thought that's how people who text a lot actually text, that it's all in code.
But it's not. That's chat room stuff from the 90s.
Yeah, I found that out when the intern set me straight.
It's so sad.
Well, some phones, you can't help but not text properly, because, or at least with my phone, I have this swipe thing.
Yeah.
They have autocorrect, and I have this thing called swipe, so you just swipe your finger over the words.
Yeah, and then people always apologize at the autocorrect side.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean bagel, I meant balloon.
Yeah, I didn't mean fire.
I'm bringing some bagels for the kid's birthday.
I need pig oil. I'm sorry, pinoli nuts. Pinoli nuts was what I meant. But then you have what's up, where you really just mean, hey, I just need human contact. I have
I'm
nothing
bored.
to say.
I'm just really bored.
What's up? So if someone writes to you, what's up?
I'm always like, nothing.
And you hate to get that, though, right?
I don't say what's up to people. I don't talk to someone unless I have something to say.
But if someone says what's up, that's like an annoying thing.
I'll just send a smiley face back, or one of those X's, capital D's.
Yeah,
because Joe's a 14-year-old girl.
Shit! That's not true. That's not true. Oh man, I'm a grown man. Sam's 19-year-old girl.
Oh, good comeback. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really strong.
Yeah. So take that. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Did you make it?
We're good. Okay.
It's the intern's last day, and they put up this thing about texting bullshit today for us.
And then you have, hey, are you home? Which really means, okay, if you say yes, you have no excuse not to answer the phone if I call you. You have no excuse not to continue to talk to me. Yeah. I've pinned you down in a sense.
So who would say to you, hey, are you home?
Probably my grandmother if she's not at home, or maybe a friend from high school that's still hanging on to the last hope that we'll be friends. That kind of thing. Or if my boyfriend's pissed at me for something.
So you never want to hear, hey, are you home?
Nah.
No, that doesn't sound good.
Your stuff is just all drug stuff, Chris. You can't even relate to any of it.
You're in contact with fucking people that you're not buying things from.
All right, what else we got?
And then you have the dreaded K,
The K.
which means I am
You do
pissed
not
at
want to
you.
get a K from
This
somebody.
means whatever you said made me so angry, I'm not even going to dignify with the response. Here's a letter. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
K.
Wow.
My mom actually just went on a job interview, and people were like, oh, well, can we text you? My mom's like, yeah, but just so you know, if I text you K, it's just because I'm really bad at texting, and it's not because I'm really bad at you, because my kids say I'm a nasty texter.
Yeah, it's very, when someone says K to me, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? What have I done? And then you have, kind of following that same vein, you have THX, thanks. It's like, yeah, thanks for nothing. This is my passive-aggressive way of saying you did shit for me.
Yep.
So what if
helpful.
you really wanted to say, okay?
You have to say okay.
Then you say okay. Like
or
if you just
you
mean
add
it-
a few K's, like KK.
Yeah.
Like
See, I don't do that.
Ks.
I don't do that
Well,
because
I do
that seems-
KKK, just to let everybody know.
Elongating a word to me has always annoyed me. When people text me, they're like, okay, and there's like 5 Ks, or LOL, and there's like 5 Ls, that makes me just
I
think
do
you're
that a
immature.
lot.
It just makes me think you're immature.
I'm laughing out loud, 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 loud.
Yeah.
Loud, loud,
Wow. That sounds fun. Like, that's how I read it in my head.
Looking at some of those abbreviations, I actually saw an ALOL where you have to say actually laughing out loud because nobody will believe the LOL anymore.
No, if in that case, I'll say, wow, that actually made me laugh out loud. I'll type that whole thing out just because I don't want to sound...
I just go with the ha-has now.
Ha-has seem more genuine, yeah.
I'll deal with the ha. I'll go with the J's.
I'll do a haul, just like it was a big haul.
A guffaw.
I actually disagree with the K one. I think that's just a nice, fast, I got it.
Yeah, that's how I use it. I'm not pissed at anyone if I'm sending them K.
Oh, no, that's like mean. People
mean.
probably think
What?
you're really mad at them.
No, I never get pissed
I gave
off.
my friend a
I
really
didn't
good
want to
K
blow
the
their
other
spot,
day.
though.
Yeah.
I think
I never get.
I think it's the difference between men and women here. I think if I do K back to fucking, or here's what I actually do more with Kris. When he'll say someone's booked or we have someone come in, I always go back, fuck yeah! And always giving them like, we're on our way.
Man, and then exclamation points and shit.
Yeah. Exactly like, yeah!
This is it!
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Made again.
Let them know that I know we have a stupid job.
Then you have something like wow, which basically means, you're being really dull. I'm not excited about this. Kind of like what I did before, like, oh, I'm really excited about this. You don't want to ignore it, but you also don't want to acknowledge it with as much stamina as the person wanted you to.
Yes.
And another pissed off one would be night. It's like, all right,
NITE.
Yeah, like I can't take any more of what you're saying. I'm going to bed. You're boring the shit out of me.
But how else is this night? Would you have to have a good night?
Good night.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know.
Good to see you. Like, just like good talking to you. But if it's just a night, it's like, all right, go fuck yourself.
See, I think a lot of this is a little more girl-guy related.
I think it is.
I think so too. I'm open to that.
I would agree with that.
I would not have my feelings hurt if someone wrote K or night. I would think they don't want to have their thumbs searching all over this tiny fucking keyboard.
Fuck it. Just that conveys what I want to say. Just one fucking letter.
It's nice.
Do you get happy when I send you the fuck yes?
I fucking laugh. I'm like, all right, yeah. This is
Particularly the shittier guests or one is the ones that I'll really go off on. We're doing it, man.
Finally. Can't believe this actually came through.
All right, so this entire thing is just bullshit. If someone says wow, they don't mean wow.
No. They mean I'm not really interested.
So
in
what would they say?
But I want to acknowledge
if you felt wow. Well, what else
if
would
I felt
you say?
wow, I would be like, holy shit. Like, I don't know. I would put my personality into it. The person would know I
would
was
say
being
exactly
genuine.
what I would say in person.
Exactly. I would be like, holy shit, no way. Like, something like that. I wouldn't just be like, wow.
All right, but see, here's the thing. You don't know where that person is. They could be on the street. They could be in their car. You're not having a real conversation. And you're the ones not picking up the phone to have a real conversation.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm just saying that I want to convey some kind of emotion. I want there to still be some kind of
personality into it. You want
to
put
I
yourself
want to put myself into it.
Not me. I don't care.
Well,
I'm telling you,
to have a dignified conversation.
It's an open forum. That's what it is.
But I do think that this is just another place where guys and girls are screwing up together.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see Joe, for whatever reason, agrees with Hicks that they're both baffled by some of the things that you guys are already saying are warning signs, which is as old as men and women communication.
I've said night plenty of times to all sorts of people. I've never blown them off. It's genuine. It's like, let's just...
Do you think that your chick thinks that, though?
No, she doesn't think that.
Why do you know?
I'll be more specific, and I'll just be like, all right, I'll hit you up tomorrow. Or, all right, get at me tomorrow. You know, something cool.
Yeah,
something
word.
Cool like
Word.
that.
That is incredibly cool.
Or word.
No doubt.
I'll use word. I'll do
My
like
mom
word.
texts me word all the time, and we're supposed to interpret what that single word means.
It's short for word up. That's
No.
what she's trying to say.
But then, like, depending on where I am and what I'm doing, word can mean, where are you, who are you with, what time are you coming home? Or it could mean, oh, well, how's that thing that you're doing going? And it just means different things. But it's the only word we ever get texted, ever, from my mom. That and K.
So you think your mom's a blow-up person?
Oh, yeah, we know my mom. We tell my mom all the time. She's a terrible texter.
When my grandmother texts me, it's just a series of letters and symbols. She doesn't know how to use the backspace, so she'll say, sorry, didn't mean that. She'll be like, do you have any Margaret? Sorry, I meant, do we have any more Nutella? Like, things like that. And then, or she'll text me, things that she thinks are funny.
I think it's just adorable. Here's Kyle. You're on my face.
Hey, Ronnie, let me put down my In-N-Out burger. Hey, I think there's two different types of texting people. I think there's sort of the teenage girl texting, and then there's also the grown-up texting where if I'm driving and I'm in a hurry, and someone sends me something, I'll say K back to them just to acknowledge, got it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too.
I'm not going to get offended if I tell someone some information and they send me a text back saying K. That basically means that they can't be bothered writing a big long sentence saying, okay, thank you very much, I have your information. It's just a basic acknowledgement of getting a text.
I feel 100% the same exact way, Kyle, and I've never thought to myself, oh, Chris Stanley's being short with me, because I thought the entire purpose is that we could do this as short as possible.
Exactly. I got it. I understand. Everything's fine. I got it. Seriously, everything is fucking good to take care of.
Now I'm worried that if I type K back to him, that he's going to be crying.
Come on.
I worked so hard on this. All right, let's go. If this is on the feedback on the iBang, it's up under text bullshit. It sounds like these girls think that any short response is a diss, and that if you truly appreciate it, you would type lots of letters. Crazy girlfriend shit.
Sounds like Anna.
So they think that you guys are just looking for reasons to piss them off. Grant, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ron. I've never replied to a text my parents have sent me, ever. My mother will send me text after text or text. I won't talk to her for weeks at a time, and she'll finally call and ask if I got them. Say yeah, but I don't ever reply.
That's just mean.
That's a good strategy. Yeah,
You're just being mean to your mom.
Yeah. And Anna's right. You don't know how long you're going to have anybody in your life.
Exactly. Have her leave you a voicemail.
Save those texts and show them to your kids.
I saved my grandmother's text too, so I could, look back on when she's dead. I can look back on the good times that we had.
You know what? I'm kind of hoping that you die in a car accident first, so all this goes for nothing.
It's so weird that you say that.
Lorenzo.
Yeah, I guess I got this whole thing wrong, because usually when I'm texting chicks, I normally think K is like a flirty thing, oh, K, if it's something serious, oh, we need to talk, they would say, okay, never say K, K is kind of a flirty thing. I guess I got this completely wrong.
Yeah, you're backwards.
Yeah, alright, shit, thanks for the advice.
Well, the way you put that was nice.
There's nothing hotter than a man who just comes up to you and says K. So flirty.
This makes me think I never want to text with women under any circumstance. I'll just be like, call me. I don't want to fuck up.
Well, that's why my boyfriend and I don't usually text. We call now.
Save those in case he ODs at the pharmacy. You'll have all these
in case the cancer comes back.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
I'm cringing. I've never known a woman who would joke about that.
That's really sad.
He's a fucking cancer survivor.
I thought Slayton was back.
God.
Come on.
She's just doing what Slayton would do. Come on. I'm not like that.
Come on, you know me. I'm the pit bull. That's my thing. You gonna call Flathead? I'm going down there. You ought to fly in with us. Here's Andy. Andy, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey guys, my chick was bickering at me the other day just about
the same stuff. Oh, he's gone.
His phone shit out.
Aw.
Adam, you're on the Run of Fez show. Adam. Yeah, nice.
Hello?
Yes. Who are you texting? Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, when I call my mother, or I text my mother, because I'm kind of busy and I got things to do. I drive a truck, so I'm gone for long.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
He's gone to Poland?
That's great.
That guy's pissed drunk.
How does that happen to phones anymore?
Get dropped?
I mean, how does it happen with the beep, bop, beep?
I think maybe he had it up to his face, and every time he turns his face...
But is he calling from a landline?
Yeah,
how's that going?
I don't know how
working?
I don't know what was going on there. We got a video up of what I now consider security guy of the year, Lady Gaga's security guy.
Oh, this is great.
Who shows one of her fans the what. Here she is walking through a lobby. Everybody's waiting for her because she's Lady Gaga. Oh. And she's on her way out to, I guess, Five Guys. And enormous security with her. And boom!
Holy shit!
Little fat guy. And he grabs him like the Undertaker. Just grabs him by the windpipe.
Fuck out of here.
And Lady Gaga looks over for a second and keeps going.
She doesn't care.
Whoa, that guy got
Do you think she should care because that's a fan of hers, or?
Her whole thing is her little monster. She's always like, "Oh, my little monsters, we did it!" And she's always crying and proclaiming that we did it, whatever it is.
I don't know what they
and
did,
now there's one of her fans, and she's like, and just keeps it moving.
But the thing is, like with the people that we have out here in front of Sirius, most of them are not true fans. They're like radio. I mean, they're like autograph hounds
and paparazzi.
who sell this stuff. Well, that guy definitely looked like he wanted something signed.
Yeah, he was run up with something.
Basically, like asking for $35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just sell it immediately.
And there's 2 or 3 guys that I recognize. I see them out here 2, 3 times a week, depending on who's in the building, and it's the same dudes. And one guy's a hunchback, and I see him every day.
That doesn't matter. That part of it really doesn't matter.
Well, that's how I recognize him for the most part.
Okay, so that you could
Be
say.
outside smoking, and they're like, "Do you know who's coming in today?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know who's coming in today." Just hounding you like that. But that's actually fun. The same thing happened to my stepfather when we encountered David Byrne at an art gallery. And my stepfather was very intoxicated, and the security just swooped in, gave him the bum's rush, and me and my little brother were just standing there in the art gallery wondering what happened. And David Byrne just kept it moving, same thing. And he had a posse with him.
Nice.
And my stepfather went up to him and was like, and David didn't say anything to him. He just stood there staring at him like the street urchin that he seemed like. And then all of a sudden, security just swoops in, and he's gone.
All right, first of all, why is your dad drunk in an art gallery?
We were just hanging around in Manhattan. We were hanging out in the city one day. My mom was at work. He took us to the Village, and he got bombed. And me and my brother played pool and like hung out in the bar. And then he was like, "Hey, let's go check out this art gallery." And then, holy shit, here's David Byrne, the Talking Heads guy, and he went over to try to say hello. That was the end of him.
Now you could actually walk up to David Byrne's house and nobody would care. You could actually just look in the window. "Hey, Dave, what are you doing? Cooking?"
What do you guys do when you get back together with the band?
I always do like to see when people get treated poorly by celebrities. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Andy Richter blew me off a couple years ago.
Oh, he blew me off too.
Really?
No, he didn't blow me off. He was just at this thing. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I have this app on my phone that makes it look like my screen broke." I was like, "Hey, can I get an autograph? My screen broke." "No, I'm just kidding." And then I fixed it. And then he was just like, "Ah ha 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 ha," and then kind of just walked away.
I was just like, "Hey, Andy Richter, what's up?" And he was like, just looked at me with disdain and just kept talking to whoever he was talking to.
My stepfather once asked Tim Roth for money. He got it. No, this is the best one.
Is that Henry Hill?
We're at a Chinese restaurant in the city. We're in Chinatown. We're at a Chinese restaurant, and he's all fucked up. Yeah, and he probably just picked up in Chinatown, and he sees Tim Roth, and we run outside. He goes, "Hey, Tim, what's going on? You're the best. Can you sign this Chinese menu?" And Tim signs the Chinese menu. He's like, "Thank you, God bless you." He goes, "Tim, you got like $5 or something. I got my kid here." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I don't carry cash on me. I would." He goes, "You know something? You're a fucking scumbag. Just like you played in Dogs, you piece of shit." And he starts screaming at him. And then Tim goes, "This is why I don't talk to people on the street." And just storms away from him.
I honestly now feel like if I ever meet Tim Roth, I have to make it up to him. I have to make this better.
Tell him I said I'm sorry, and I was horrifically
here's
embarrassed.
$5.
My stepfather panhandled Tim Roth.
That is unbelievable.
Pretty cool.
No wonder you try to play down the, Staten Island thing. This must be just following you around everywhere.
Oh, God. It's awful.